Good morning, students. It's good to be back with you. And today I wish to do a bit of chapter 4. But before I could do chapter 4, I would like to review what I have done in the previous classes. If you remember, I told you this is how our Earth was. Our Earth is the only planet in the solar system that has life. And that is why it is unique, it's different from all the planets of the solar system. Now, why is it that our Earth has life? What are the components that support life? Well, in our Earth, we have land, water, and atmosphere, air. So now, what I'm going to do is reminding you all the time that our planet was a beautiful planet, our Earth. There was a friendly kind of living with all living beings, be it man, plants, trees, birds, animals, water, and the land, all were eco-friendly, supporting one another with no disrespect. Today, the world is very concerned and very worried that what our planet, the Earth, was is not the same. And that is what we are going to do today concerning the chapter Atmosphere. Atmosphere, in our first chapter, which we did in geography, which was actually chapter 2. The first question, or rather the chapter Atmosphere, highlights a few points that we need to get from this chapter. What I want to make clear to you that actually whatever we are covering in the first term is all related to atmosphere. It has been broken up in parts to make it easy for you to understand what our atmosphere is like. So, I would like to ask you, what is atmosphere? And the shortest, easiest cut would be, atmosphere is air surrounding our Earth. All right? But this air is a thick blanket. This thick blanket of air surrounds the Earth and protects the Earth from the dangerous ultraviolet rays of the sun. Now, this air is a mixture of gases, and these gases is what we need in our planet to survive, to live. It is well balanced, but sorry to say, it's so sad that this composition of the atmosphere is changing rapidly. This atmosphere, which is air in gaseous form, has different gases which are nitrous oxide and carbon dioxide, helium, oxygen, but these gases, there is a composition, there is a ratio, there is a percentage of how it is given to you, and so that is what I want to remind you. It was 78% of nitrogen, 21% of oxygen, and that 1%, remaining 1% is all the other gases. That is carbon dioxide, water vapor, dust, helium, and a few others. So now, the questions that you would be asked related to this chapter, atmosphere, is number one, what is atmosphere? And you will say it is a thick blanket of air surrounding the earth, protecting it from the strong ultraviolet rays of the sun. The next question that you could be asked is, what is the composition? Now remember this. This is a mistake that you repeatedly are making. It's not you, it's the students that have been doing over the years. When we say composition is, we want to know what the air is made of, what it's composed of. And the third question would be, what is the structure of the atmosphere? That means asking you for the different layers of the atmosphere. So the different layers of atmosphere I did with you, I did the 5 different layers. Remember, the structure means the layers of the atmosphere, and the composition of the atmosphere means the percentage of different gases. You've got to get this absolutely correct. Register it in your mind in such a way that you will never forget the difference between composition and the structure. When you are asked to give the structure, some students are giving the composition. When you ask to give the composition, they are giving the structure. So they are confused. So make sure you get this out of your system. You are not going to be confused. You know how to answer these questions. Then we have, the other point was the significance of the atmosphere. Significance, how is this atmosphere helping us, beneficial to us? And there in your chapter there are about 8 points, I guess. Very, very easy points. You read them. I am not here to go in detail. I've already done it. Very easy. You pick up any 6 from the 8. Make sure you register it well, which is the answer to what is the significance of the atmosphere to us, of what importance. The other chapter was chapter 3. I think it is the chapter 3 is dealing with greenhouse effect. Greenhouse. Now it could be confusing when you read that name saying greenhouse effect. Greenhouse literally means a glass house. That means a house made of glass and having a roof of glass. This greenhouse was made to protect the rare plants from the heat and the severe cold. Now, this glass roof in this greenhouse, our roof is our atmosphere. Our atmosphere is protecting us from the strong ultraviolet rays of the sun. And we're not getting the direct rays of the sun, and it's maintaining the warmth that we receive in the day. That warmth, we feel it at night when the temperature drops. So when we say greenhouse effect, means the glass house, that's the literally sense of it. So in the glass house or the greenhouse effect, we had a few points that we had to do. Is that what is this greenhouse really meant to do for us? It's telling us about the global warming. Now, global warming is when the heat, the strong ultraviolet rays of the sun is absorbed by the earth. When it is absorbed by the earth,